what happens when we die. Who cares? Why are you so concerned? Who cares? The dead man is not crying that I died. He just disappeared. Thank you, hallelujah, bye-bye. He doesn't even bother. It's gone. Why are you so concerned? If you die, nothing remains, no bother, no problem. Problem is solved. You died, everything disappeared, you're gone. So no problem. If you died, nothing disappeared, no problem again. Everything remained. You died, you watched, everything is simply the same way as it was. So no problem, problem solved. You died, everything disappeared, again no problem. Either way, there's no problem. So who cares? Be more concerned with what happens when you live. What is happening now? While you have life, what are you creating with life that is here now? When death will come, we will face it. Let's see if we need to face it even, because death is a fallacy. It is simply a mirage. If you can live totally, if you can be present totally to life, you will find the deathless within life. You can understand this. When you are total in anything that you do, you disappear as if you are not present anymore. You become one with something else, greater than you. That is expansion, that is death. A kind of death of the mind. The mind disappears, you call it death. When this body will fall, you will call it death. But is it truly death? Or is it an expansion of your being? A dancer experiences death. A lover experiences death. A musician experiences death. Expansion beyond the boundaries of the body-mind is death to the mind. How do you relate the taste of death? As something disappeared. It was here before, but is no longer present anymore. The body simply disappeared. It's a kind of death. So if it disappears in dance, what's the difference between disappearing in dance and disappearing into a physical death? There's no difference at all. Because the experience is same, it's not horizontal, it's vertical. You don't experience things horizontally. We can experience outside that this person simply died. But the person who's dying doesn't have any more horizontal movement. His whole horizontal movement has stopped. The clock has stopped, he's become vertical. He's just become hanging like a cloud. His moment is over. He doesn't experience death anymore. How do you translate death? Something between time and space and action. This happened to somebody else. At what moment did that person leave the body? What happens to the person when he physically leaves the body? Does he continuously live? He cannot live anymore. He doesn't go anymore anywhere. He's simply hanging vertically. Has he died? How will he experience death? Almost every person who dies doesn't experience death because there's nobody left to experience it. Really, think of it. The person who died is no more there to experience death. Whatsoever he will experience will not be death, it may be something else. It will certainly be something else because that experiencing system, the senses have stopped working. The physical reality has stopped moving. So suddenly he has come to a stop. Now the stop cannot be death. Because you may think that the person has died, but the other person is simply stopped. How do you know the taste of stop? It could be orgasmic. It must be. Because everything within that person has come to a crescendo at one moment. Lightning is struck. He'll be in a state of ecstasy. For the first time, he will become alive. A dead man becomes alive for the very first time. Because your body is physically dying, slowly, slowly, slowly. Every second it's dying. Death is not death, but a totality of living. If you can live totally, you will experience death in every action. The very experience of total living is what you will experience when this body falls. Whatsoever have been your heights, your peaks, your glory, whatsoever you've done compassionately, passionately, has been your totality, that is what you will face at one instance, your totality, given to you in one single stop. That this is who you are. And that is not death. Death is this body-mind walking like a corpse every day. Just partial living. That is death. A greater death than that could be. There is no such thing as death. I have already died 4 times, physically. But I never experienced any death. There will be no change. It will just make me more alert, more peaked, more total, more juicy in life, more grateful for life, more grateful for this experience physically through this body sense. But there will be no difference at all. Just I've become invisible. And I'm not going to complain. You expand infinitely. Whatsoever is your totality and your presence becomes magnified 100 times more. If you are miserable, you will become more miserable. Let me warn you there. If you're ecstatic, you'll become more ecstatic. Whatsoever you are will expand 100 times more. Better to live life totally and celebrate it, because that will be the experience of death in its totality. It will give you the maximum explosion of whatsoever you are. It will show you your true reality. And you can never die. Nothing can be destroyed, especially not the inner being, because the inner being has always been here, experiencing everything in different forms. Anyway, Ricardo, forget about what will happen when you die. You're still young, live it today. When you'll come to that, we will see. Right now, life is in your hands, use it totally. Meditate, dance, celebrate, be creative, love someone, anything creative. Just live life itself. I don't mean make a living. We are not here making livings, but we are here living our lives. Nothing to do, dance for 3 hours. Nothing to do, let go, have a nice, good sleep. Nothing else to do. Dance and sleep. And dance and sleep. And sit still. Nothing else to do.